What you see here is a scheme for igneous rock identification. This is in your Earth Science Reference Table, page 6. Igneous rocks are based on color, density, and composition, texture as well. What we see here is all the different names of the igneous rocks. Of these different igneous rocks, you're going to be responsible for being able to identify granite, rhyolite, pumice, obsidian, basaltic glass, scoria, basalt, and gabbro. To the left-hand side of the chart, over on this side, we'll see rocks that are lighter in color, lower in density, and are light in color because they contain felsic minerals. In other words, they're rich in silicon and aluminum. On the right-hand side of the chart, these rocks, we'll find that these rocks are darker in color. They're darker in color. They are higher in density, and they're considered mafic in composition, meaning they're richer in iron and magnesium. In the center of the chart, we have rocks that are in the middle of the road, if you will. They're not incredibly light, and they're not incredibly dark. They're in the middle. Also, notice texture. The rocks on the bottom, such as pegmatite, are extremely coarse. They're extremely coarse because they contain crystals that are very large. As we move up to coarse, the crystals become a little bit smaller, and then as we move up even further, the crystals become even smaller yet, less than 1 millimeter, and finally, up at the very top, there are no crystals at all, and these rocks have what are called a glassy texture. Also notice they can have a glassy non-vesicular and a glassy vesicular. Obsidian, for example, here has what's called a glassy non-vesicular texture. Pumice, however, is actually glass, but it's full of gas pockets, so it's called vesicular. Down in the bottom, we notice a table showing you mineral composition. On the left-hand side, we notice we have minerals that are mostly felsic, meaning rich in silicon and aluminum, such as quartz. Quartz is a felsic mineral. It's light in color. On the right-hand side, we have minerals that are darker, such as pyroxene, and also hornblende, which is amphibole. These are minerals that are very dark. These minerals are mafic. So if we look at granite, for example, and if we drew a line straight down from granite, we would say, okay, well, granite has a large percentage of quartz, a large percentage of potassium feldspar, a large percentage of plagioclase feldspar, and a low percentage of biotite and amphibole. So that's how this chart on the bottom, down here, relates to the rocks above it. Contrary to granite, if we go over to the other side, we look at gabbro. If we drew a line straight down from gabbro, we would notice that gabbro contains a fairly large percentage of plagioclase feldspar. Some gabbros would contain just a little bit of biotite, but a large percentage of pyroxene, which is the green augite in our mineral lab, a little bit of olivine, and a little bit of amphibole. So, in summary, the gabbro would be very dark because it would contain these minerals. So that's it for the scheme for igneous rock identification. I hope this tutorial helped.